No, this. Copy this query. So this is the query yesterday we have prepared, and we have tested also some joins. It was working fine. Let me go to the create new data model. Supplier acquisition, DM. Data source should be FSCM. Data source should be FSCM. Click on OK. Pass the parameters. Okay, so now in the parameter names, we are going to create the list of values. For the parameters, we will create the list of values. So currently the supplier name and supplier site. So let's say, so the supplier name, supplier name. We will do here, go to the list of values. Supplier name, list of values. Supplier name, list of values. So mention the FSCM. Select vendor name from POJ suppliers. Yeah.
In our existing ABS, we are getting value set right by passing vendor name. We are selecting as vendor name, passing as vendor ID, right?
Yeah, we will cover that also. We will cover. We will cover that also. Bipreports. Supplier. When we discuss about the ESS job, I will cover that. Supplier acquisition. Data. Supplier acquisition data model. Save the changes. Supplier acquisition data model, save the changes. And whatever the supplier name LOB we have created, that we need to map to this parameter. Map the list of values. Map the list of values to the parameter. Map the list of values to the parameter. Map the list of values to the parameter. Supplier name LOV. Here we can go to the P supplier. Here parameter type menu. Parameter type menu. It will come automatically.
Second one, Vamshi.
Oh, sorry. Menu. And this parameter name will move to up. Save the changes. Now let me. Okay. So now, guys, now it is coming one row, right? For this supplier name, it is coming on the supplier side. It is coming only one row. But I would like to do changes for two rows, first row and second row. So for that, go to the second row. It will come like this. And parameter names, if you want to change, you change the names of the parameters. Here there is a label, display label, right? Mention the supplier name. Here it is. Supplier side. Okay. Like this.
So don't we need to add supplier site list of values?
Yeah, that is our next. Okay, supplier site we are going to add the list of values. Supplier site next to create the parameter. Supplier. That is our next step. For the parameter supplier site. For the parameter supplier site, we'll create the list of values. Okay, so you take this one, select vendor site. Select vendor site code from PVZ suppliers, PVZ supplier sites, PVZ supplier sites table. Select vendor site code from PVZ supplier sites table. Take this one. Copy. So create the list of values for the supplier site. Create the list of values for the supplier site.
Vamshi, in the list of values, we need to write this query, right? Only this kind of query. Any other query as well we can write over here.
Any other query also you can write here. Any other query also you can write the joins, anything you can do that here. Same like data model, how you are writing it, same way here also you can write. But this based on our requirement, we are writing like this. So now let me not refresh. Okay, you need to map, right? Map the supplier name list of values to the supplier parameter. Understand, right? Map the supplier site list of values to supplier site parameter. Map the supplier site list of values to supplier site parameter. So what I will do here, supplier site. Parameter type menu, supplier site list of values, save the changes.
Menu means Vamshi?
Menu is the if you want to add the list of values, type should be menu.
So it is
So,
mandatory to mention it as menu.
correct. Correct.
Vamshi, can you please show the other options in the parameter type?
This one, huh?
No, the parameter type in the above menu.
Text is there. Text means text box will come. Menu means list of values.
Menu means list of values.
List of values. Date means date parameter will come.
Okay. What about POE?
POV, I think view object. For example, in the standard view, Oracle has given some standard views.
Okay.
So that view object we can call POV. So we need to mention the that list of values name. But I think I have not worked in this one. I'm not. This is the latest feature.
Oh, what about search means? What we need to
Search
find?
also list of values only. Search also list of values. You see some difference here. Okay. Search also a list of values. Supplier name will be. Now you see the difference. Save the changes. Supplier name. Go to the data set. Here it will come.
Okay.
So based on the requirement, you search here, a percentage or something.
Okay.
So POV, I am not sure, guys. I think based on the view object, maybe something we can do here. But this is the latest feature. Older version it was not there.
Okay.
For now, menu I am giving. Now let me go to the data set. So immediately it will not refresh, guys. You go back diagram and you can come here. It will refresh like this. Okay. So now the important feature I am going to explain, guys. Here supplier name. For example, if I select the supplier name, something like for example, I am going to select the different names. Okay. So go to the EIP Inc. For example, if I select the EIP Inc., the related sites should come here. Now what is happening here? Here all the sites are coming. So I select the parameter here. For example, one supplier have one site or multiple sites, right? So whatever the supplier name you have selected from in the list of values, the related data should come in the supplier site list of values. It should not come all the data. You remember we have done this concept in OTPA, right? In OTPA we have done organization name and BU name. So if I select the organization name, the selected BUs we have displayed, right? Similar kind of example we are going to discuss in the BIP reports. So usually we have to call the dependent list of values. Dependent list of values. So dependent list of values in the BIP reports. So for that, so we need to write the query like this. In the supplier sites query, supplier sites query, we need to write like this, where vendor underscore ID in write the subquery, select vendor ID from players underscore v, where vendor underscore name equal to, I will explain, don't worry guys. Hold on. E underscore supplier underscore name. So that means there are two queries, guys, here. First, this query will execute, guys. So whatever the this is called subquery. So what we are doing here, there are two queries, right? This is the first query and this is the second query. So whatever the value you have selected right here, for example, you are selecting the value EIP Inc. something. EIP is the supplier name. So this value, this parameter name for the first supplier name, this we are going to pass to here. I will tell you once again, guys. So whatever the parameter you have selected, right, this value will be passed in the this one. So when I pass the first selected value in the list of values, so what you will get here? What you will get here? Vendor ID will get, right? Vendor ID will get or not? So that vendor ID value we need to pass to main query, so that vendor sites will come. Vendor sites will come. So for your better understanding, what I will do, let's consider example. Let's consider the example of, we will divide these two queries. First run this one. Assume that I have selected the EIP Inc. The supplier name. You pass like this. You're following, right? Copy this one. So I'm dividing the first query. In the sub query. So this is the main query. This is the sub query. So what I am doing? So whatever the value user has been selected. For example, I selected the EIP Inc. and I am passed the EIP Inc here. So this P supplier name always will give the first selected value. So the example I am taking, supplier name is EIP Inc here. Now run this query. So go to this query. This supplier name. Sorry. And I get. So now what we will get here? We will get the vendor ID. Take the vendor ID here. Take the vendor ID here. So now what you will do? Copy this one. Equal to, otherwise you can write in vendor ID in mention. So what will happen, guys? Tell me. So what will happen? Vendor site. FSCM like this. This many. For example, if I select the EIP Inc. So this many will come. If I select the EIP Inc., this many vendor sites will come into second list of values. Understand, right? Guys, how it will work? First you copy this one, right? First you copy this one and verify this when you run this query, vendor ID coming or not. So this vendor ID you can pass to select statement of the first query. First query, what it will give? It will give the vendor site codes, and we need to pass this value, whatever you got from the first value. So in this second query, we will get the vendor ID. So the supplier name related vendor ID will come. So that vendor ID we are going to pass to this query, so that vendor sites will come. So vendor here POJ suppliers table is, and POJ supplier sites. POJ supplier sites table. Here vendor ID primary key. vendor ID primary, here vendor ID foreign key. That means here vendor ID always have a duplicates will be there. Here vendor ID will be unique will be there. Same like you know, right? Your department and employee table we have discussed, right? Same thing it will have. Same thing you apply here also. Confusion is it's clear. Confusion not clear. Copy this one. Subquery here covered on in the SQL.
Covered.
Yes.
Okay. So like this way he covered, or he explained different approach like that. Hello. Okay. Copy this one.
Vamshi, there is no $$ functionality here, Vamshi.
Data?
$, right?
Value sets we can do in the value set when we are calling the value sets. We will see that one now. But $fetch not there.
This is the only way.
This is the only way.
Okay.
No one will do. Let's okay. Supplier sites list of values. Paste here. Okay, for your understanding, maybe you may having little confusion on this. Let's explain one more record. For example, if I select the abort, now pass the abort here. Now what you will do? Go to the vendor, pass the abort. So now what you will get? You will get the vendor ID. Copy the vendor ID. Now go to supplier vendor site query. Vendor site. So when I select the abort, so only one supplier will come. But only one site will come. When I select the supplier from here, only one site will come in the second list of values. So if you have any confusion, you can ask me. It's very, very important. Simply, I can say this data results will come based on the value selection of the first list of values. So whatever the value you have selected from here, if I select the medic, the value will go to medic here, and here it will come the vendor ID. That vendor ID value will be passed to vendor sites query, and the related supplier sites data will come. Site list of values. Supplier site list of values. But this parameter name P supplier is there, this should be same. The supplier sites query. The supplier sites list of values, this should be same. This should be same. Save the changes. Save the changes. Now let's go to the. So select the parameter here abort. So here the value not refreshing, right? See. So it is value not refreshing. Did you observe? Every time it is coming only one, right? Low. So to refresh the data in the second list of values, what we have to do, we have to, in the parameter, there is a refresh other parameters on change. Refresh other parameters on change. That means other parameters, whatever the value you selected from here, other parameters will be refreshed. That is the meaning. On change of this parameter, it will refresh this one. On change of this parameter, this will refresh. See the changes. So once your data check completed, right? So once your data check completed, you can remove from here, guys. It will not have any confusion for you. So remove from here. So select the AIP. Something right? So select ABAT. See? Coming or not?
Yes.
Right. So this is the dependent list of values, guys. After completing, we have to make refresh other parameters change. After completing, we have to make other refresh other parameters change option.
Vamshi, what happens if we check mark on supplier side refresh?
What is the use asking?
So
we have,
no.
Let me ask you this way. Now this is working, right?
Yes.
Then why do we have to make? I am asking you. This P supplier side refresh. Now the functionality, whatever the client says, it is working or not?
Yes. But if in the interview if he is asking why can't we refresh on other parameters on this?
Why will see the functionality and the requirement are fulfilled, right? Definitely will not ask. The requirement, whatever client requirement, it is fulfilled, right? Definitely they will not ask this one. 100% I'm playing. There is no use of making these other refresh other parameters on change for the supplier side. So I think if you put also, I think the functionality, definitely it will not be impact anything. So for Excel, the functionality will not be change anything. So, but if you select anything, maybe this may be a refresh. This is also will be refreshed, but we are not giving any link between here to here, right? So I don't think that is required to make that one. So this is not required, guys. But see, when you are giving the based on this value, if you want to refresh this one, then you can select this one, but that is not our requirement, right?
So what about all previous checkbox, all values passed?
So all means all will come.
No, not here. Go to the parameters once again, parameter section. No, this is selected one of the. Can select all or yes, the first parameter one, say. Null values passed, your enable checkbox, right? About the refresh, this
is not required now in this scenario, but we will see one of the example for this. I will explain different requirement for this.
Okay.
Okay. Select for supply. Refresh other parameters. Refresh other parameter option should be select for supplier name. Next is boosting, guys. So boosting, boosting is a mechanism to send the report output to respective delivery channel. Boosting is a mechanism to send the report output to respective delivery channel. So delivery channels are email, fax, so delivery channels are email, fax, SFTP, web center content. So you all know, right, web center content, SFTP, email. Fax we will not able to discuss in this class. So email, SFTP, web center content. SFTP is one of the secure file transfer system. For example, if you have a third-party system, they want to send the file to their system. They will tell that we will give some host name, port number, everything, and in that they will give one file location, file path. Okay, in that file path, they ask to send this in the server. So email is the most popular thing. SFTP is one of the delivery mechanism. I will show you SFTP how it will be. So this is SFTP. So client will give destination system details, host name, port number, username, and password. So in this system, they want to send the file. They will send a one location also in the in this file in this system or in this server or system. They will give one location. They will give one location. So they may give one folder. In that folder, they ask to send the file from our VIP. So maybe this is their server. So from our Oracle Fusion, we need to send the file to this location. So you may ask how we'll connect this location means. So we need to install this software, WinSCP software you need to install. And client will give maybe client or destination system will give that details also. So host name, port number, username, and password. So simple, guys. The whatever the report we are working on it, that report output we need to send to the respective destination systems. The destination system is FTP, email, printer, fax, web center content. So web center content, you all know, right? How to open the web center content. To open the web center content, what you will do, you can go here. This is content server. content server. This is a content server. So you all know, right, what is the content server? We discussed, right, in the data migration topic. So now the thing is, our requirement is, right, we need to send the requisition number wise, split the data on requisition number wise, requisition number wise, deliver to destination. So client will give any destination, guys. Client will give any destination. So it may be email, it may be SFTP, it may be web center content, fax, printer. We have multiple destinations are there. So boosting is the mechanism to send the report output to respective delivery channel. So far we have done the report, right? So the report output I would like to send to respective delivery channel. The delivery channels are email, SFTP, web center content, these ones. Sometimes client will say send the complete output. Send the complete output to destination server. Sometimes client will say no, we don't want to send the complete output. We need to split the data and we need to deliver the respective destination system. So if you want to, okay, client say sometime send the output to respective delivery channel, email, complete output. Complete output. Complete output respective delivery channel. Sometime client will ask send the output to respective delivery channel with split. What do you mean by split, guys? What do you mean by split? So let's say so for this requisition number wise, for now this requisition number have only one item in there. Some cases, some data, one requisition number have multiple items will be there. One requisition number have a multiple items will be there. So this requisition number wise, how many items are there? How many products are there? So that information we need to send to the requisition number wise. One requisition number, one email, another requisition number, another email, third requisition number, another email. Like that, the busting query will execute and it will send to the respective delivery channel. So that kind of approach we can do in the hosting. So just I explained theoretically, guys, but you ask me any question at this moment. So with the split and without split, right? So with the split means you have to go for busting feature here. This busting feature. But without split complete data you want to move, right? Without split complete data you want to move means no need to go for busting. You can go here. I think we have not developed the report, right? Still. Data model we have prepared, but report we have not created. So okay, report will create. Then after that, I will come to that posting. First, create the report. Create the report. Create the report is easy, guys. So now let me select this about blue data not there. Okay. Okay. Save as sample data. Export. So now what I will do? Create the what I will do? Be a publisher. Sample XML. Like. So now what we will do? We'll pass the parameters first. Supplier and requisition report. Requisition report. Here, supplier name. Be publisher. Field. Pass the P supplier site. Then set the cursor here. All phase. So what we will do? So after you design the RTF template, what is the next step? Save as. Save as. Save as. These steps are common, guys. Supplier requisition. Supplier requisition RTF. So now what I will do? Create report. Use report editor. Use report editor. Supplier requisition. Upload the RTF template. So whatever the RTF template you have created, right? So that you need to type should be RTF template. So this is the layout name, template name, type should be local upload. Save the changes. View report. Like this. So select anything. Okay, select the so based on the values, here it will come. So this combination, there is no data, there is no requisitions. So that is the reason requisitions not coming. I think we have selected. Select, I think. What is the values we selected? You remember?
You can select all and get one record Vamshi.
Okay. So you see the vendor name. You select the JGA, JGA Sweden. JGA. JGA. JGA Sweden have a data, right? Select. Okay. So after you create the BIP report, guys, report also completed now. If you don't want to split the data, if you don't want to split the data, complete output you want to send the output to, you want to complete output should be sent to the respective delivery channel. So then in this case, you don't require to create the posting. So in the supplier report, in the report there is an option called schedule. In the report there is an option called schedule. You go to the output, so directly destination email and destination. You add the destination, you can mention subject, body, everything will go. But this option, so this option we have only email, FTP and content server. Email, FTP and content server. But in this option, we don't have a mechanism for this option, split by and deliver by. That split by and deliver by option will come only data model level. If you look at the data model level posting, click on plus, here you will see the split by and deliver by. So this split by and deliver by, how it will work, that tomorrow complete 1 hour class required to explain this one, guys, split by and deliver by. So how it will work, split by and deliver by, multiple scenarios I will explain. Understand it? With split, without split. For example, you have 100 records are there. 100 records are there. 100 records are there. 100 requisitions are there. 100 requisitions are there for one supplier. But client expectation is, you see, if we send 100 requisition for this supplier, they will get confused or not? Hello.
Definitely.
Definitely will get confused, right? So they want to, for example, 100 requisition means 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 requisition. So this 1, 2, 3, 4, we have a 5 items are there. And 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Another requisition number. This is the requisition number. Assume that requisition number 5 items are there. This 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 items are there. So if I send email 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4 requisition items, 2, 3, 4, 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 items, like that, 100 requisition means a large amount of data will be, they will get confused or not. So what client is telling that if you send all the requisition data in a single email, so we will get some disturbance or confusion, right? So what they are asking is requisition number wise, how many items are there? That data will split and send to the requisition super user email ID. Requisition super user email ID will send it. So this will split like that. 100 times it will be split. 100 times it will be split, and it will go to the respective delivery channel. So that's split by and deliver by features available only in the hosting. If you go to the which I shown that earlier option, in the report, if you go to the schedule, go to the output, add destination. Here we don't have feature for splitting and deliver by. Complete output will go to the destination system, destination email. That is what posting. I have just given the idea, but any questions you can feel free to ask me. Yes. Tomorrow we'll see how it works, how the split by and deliver by will work.
What is the notification, Vamsi? How it will work?
Which one?
Notification in the next one after output. No, here. Schedule, go back. Notification. Next one, Vamsi.
Notification means after you complete the after report completed, I want to send that confirmation message to another people, another people email ID.
Okay.
So that email ID will come.
Okay. Notify by.
So if we mention our email address, it will go, we will be getting the report, right?
Yes. So you mentioned the 2 email ID, CC email ID, you will get the complete output to your email ID here.
Okay.
So if you want to split the data, so this option will not work out.
Yes,
so what you will do, you have
bursting.
to go to the bursting.
Vamsi, in the bursting, you are creating a bursting control file or not required here?
That and all we will discuss tomorrow class.
No.
The complete steps I will explain the tomorrow complete theoretical part, but very, very important explanation.
Vamshi, another thing, Vamshi. Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah, Vamshi. In the EBS also, busting related to the sending to the server and regarding the report sending is somewhat different. No, similarly it is there, Vamshi, here also.
That is why Narendra asked the same question. So I will explain that tomorrow complete steps.
Okay, Vamshi. Yeah.
Complete steps I will explain. Don't worry.
Okay, Vamshi.
I will compare the posting in EBS, posting in the Fusion. Both I will comparison.
Okay, Vamshi.
Okay, take care.